Hello everyone, I'm going to go over 3 multiple choice questions about molecules and compounds. In this set of questions, there's going to be an easy, a medium, and a hard one. With that being said, let's just jump right into it. All right, so this first question reads, what type of bond holds the atoms together in a molecule of oxygen gas? You can see that molecular formula here. We know that oxygen is going to look like this, where there's a double bond in the middle, and each of these oxygen atoms are going to have 2 pairs of electrons around them. Now, whenever we see these bonds like this, where there's a double bond between these oxygen atoms, you can see that these are going to represent, I'm going to draw it down here, 2 sets of bonding electrons. This fills both of the oxygen's octet rule. Now, the other hint here with molecule, most definitions of a molecule have the atoms being bonded together by a covalent bond. And let's see if that's a choice. So A, ionic bond. No, these atoms right here, or these electrons, are going to be shared through sharing of the electrons, not giving and taking. So the ionic bond is out. Hydrogen, no, that's only going to occur between the partial charges of atoms, so that's out. Covalent bond, that sounds right. Let's check to make sure our other answers are good. Peptide bond, nope, those occur in amino acids. And van der Waals forces, nope, we're not talking about that. So the answer here is covalent bond. Here's our medium question. Which of the following is a molecule but not a compound? So we know that molecules are made of one type of element, while compounds are more than one element. So we're looking for the answer to only have one type of element, since it's a molecule but not a compound. So water, nope, that is a molecule and a compound. Ooh, oxygen, you can see here there's only one element. Let's check our other answers though. NaCl, nope, more than one, and that's technically an ionic compound, but we're not going to get into that. And then carbon dioxide, nope, there's more than one element. NH3, more than one element. So our answer here is oxygen. It only has one element. Even though there are more than one of the atoms, it's still just one element. So that's a molecule, that's not a compound. And here's our last question. Which statement best explains why oxygen, or O2, and H2O are different types of substances? So this is a little bit more of a difficult question, since we're analyzing the answers here, and there's not really much that I can go over beforehand. I do know that oxygen is again made of 2 atoms of oxygen with a double bond between them. Water is going to have 2 single bonds between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atoms. We know that this also will have these pairs of electrons, the oxygen atom will, and the charges here are going to be a little more positive on these ends and a little more negative. But let's go through our answers to see if we can figure this out. A, O2 is ionic. We can automatically stop there because we know it's not ionic. This one is out. O2 is both a molecule and a compound. Again, we can stop there. We know that O2 is only a molecule, so this is wrong. C, O2 has polar bonds while H2O does not. We know that these are polar bonds. We just talked about it, so C is out. D, O2 has more atoms than H2O. That's actually wrong. So oxygen only has 2, while water has 3. So this is out. That means E must be our answer, but let's check to make sure. O2 is a molecule of 1 element. That's right, we've been talking about that. While H2O is a compound of 2. And that makes sense because there's oxygen and hydrogen. So E is our answer, and it is correct.